Good morning and welcome back, guys. Hey, we got a great show lined up with you for tonight. We got a bunch of amazing new deals set up. That's right. It's, of course, starting of the spring sale deals. Now, you're going to notice that there's the banner down there spinning, of course, with that 5% discount code for anything over $1,000 purchases. You're also going to notice that other banner that says Super Deal over there. Now, that Super Deal is going to be, of course, that beautiful 240D, but I'm going to have to say, hey, Fernando, we have a problem. Just noticed the problem. Let me check something real quick, guys. I want to look at something here. Fernando, are you listening in? All right, guys, so I'm going to drop that one banner off on purpose because there is a mess up in that banner. But we do have, of course, the code for you, and we'll share the code with that, of course. We will share these codes just so you guys have it, because you guys can actually get the 240D for $129 tonight if you use the discount code. So we're going to share that code with you guys. I caught it before too long, and you know that's the way it's gonna be. All right, guys. Whew. All good for now. Yeah. No problems. I just happened to notice it. Hey, it is what it is. Guys, great show, great prices. You guys are gonna see that we actually have the 240D with exclusive code. You guys can get it for $129, guys. Normal price is $209. If you're just a standard Amazon Prime member, $169 would be your price point. But since you're watching with us tonight live, the deal 240D is, of course, going to be that beautiful code. And you guys can get it, of course, for $129, which is great price point. Now, of course, we got a bunch of other amazing products throughout here. And guys, I almost laughed. I looked over at the corner. I said, I saw somebody open a door. It was my TV. I was about like, who's creeping in my house? This is going to be one of these days, man. It's just one of these days. All right, OBSBot camera. We're going to click over to that. Guys, you're going to notice that we have this beautiful table with a bunch of amazing products, including that 240D, which is what we're going to show you guys. So this is, of course, what you guys can get for $129 with that discount code that I just shared. For most of you, I'm going to share it in, of course, the other chats as well, because I don't want you guys to miss out on that code. So I'm going to do that, click it over, and give you guys the code. Now, this is, of course, the 240D, 256 watt hours of power, 80,000 milliamps of LiFePro 4-cell system. Now, with this, of course, you guys are going to have this beautiful piece. And when we do this, we're going to switch cameras so you guys can actually see this in better angleability. Now, I'm going to hang it and, of course, carry it around just like this. You guys can see we have the capability of hanging it, carrying it around, and doing whatever I want if I want to twist it around. I'm not worried about this handle. Now, you guys can see what I'm doing to this handle. This handle is not just a handle, though. It is also your, of course, included USB-C to USB-C cable. Now, that cable is capable of 140 watts of charging capability with this. Now, it does have a digital display, so if I actually can touch it and turn on the power button, you guys will see that beautiful display that's going to say about 68% battery charge. I have not used it in the last couple of weeks, so that's where it's sat for the battery charge with this. Now, with this, you're going to have a 100-watt USB-C port, 15-watt USB-C port, 15-watt USB-A port, then you're going to have a 140-watt USB-C port. The 140-watt USB-C port is a bidirectional port. It's going to be able to go inwards and outwards for you guys, and it's going to be able to allow you to, of course, do that in nice little fashion styling for that. Now, I love the use of that, of course, on hand, and you guys can actually do that bidirectional, which means you guys can actually charge it, charge other pieces, and all of that on hand with this in a timely fashion. This should have enough power to allow you to do a Starlink Mini for like 9-ish hours with the Starlink Mini off of this. Maybe 13 plus cell phone charges with that capability as well. Fernando, thank you for fixing that. I got it back up and we're good to go. So with that, guys, we actually have a great little station. Phenomenal price point. Even at $170, that's a steal of a price point, to be 100% honest with you. But with that, of course, code you guys can see there that we showed, you guys can get it for $129. Now, 4.5 pounds is the weight of this. So at 4.5 pounds, it's super light, very capable of being taken wherever you really want it to go, and use it however you want to use it. Charging it, there's multiple ways of charging it. Wall plug, cigarette lighter adapter in your car. You guys could do, of course, do solar panels with that on hand. 2.5 hours through the 140 watt USB-C port on your wall charging capable. If you're using that DC plug on the opposite side, it's going to be about 4 hours inside your car if that's how you're doing it. Now, if you're using the DC plug with the 100 watt solar panel, you're going to have about a little over 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours of a charge time with that on-hand capability. Now, with the multiple ports of connection, it is, of course, still LiFePO 4 cells. It's got NTC built in, Therm Duro technology, which means you guys can use it under -4 degree weather without a problem and still be okay with it. Over 13 to 14 plus cell phone chargers, 3 laptop chargers, maybe 16 Bluetooth speaker chargers like your smaller ones, or multiple hours. This is a great little piece, and the price point of this is going to be the super deal of the day. Honestly, the price with this is just phenomenal. Now, we got Phil in the house. He'll probably pop in and out, or he'll just run away, but you know, that's how Phil does it around here. 240D, guys, amazing, beautiful, and portable. Pair this with like a 100 watt solar panel or the mini 40 solar panel, and you have the perfect camping package, or anything of the sort. I mean, you guys can see it's like a lantern. Carry it around, take it with you, don't worry about it. Hold the button down for 3 seconds. You guys can shut it completely off, and you're good to go. What's up, Phil? What's up, Ground Fog? What is going on, my guys? Of course, my wife just decided to come out here and interrupt the whole thing. She's just gonna throw our show out the window. No, I'm joking, guys. All right, up next is going to be, of course, the 300. Now, we're going to show you guys a couple variations of the Jackery Explorer 300. The Jackery Explorer 300 is an amazing little piece of technology. We have it at $189 for you guys tonight, which is a great price point. Now, 7-pound power station. It is phenomenal. She's still thinking something like that. I think she wanted water. I thought she was already asleep. I'm going to be honest with you. 7.1 pounds of a power station, guys, with the Jackery Explorer 300. 293 watt hours of power, but the perfect dumbbell to be used if you guys want to get that little workout in. I mean, honestly, you guys can sit here and do arm curls until your arm is super tired, or just do whatever you want. Now, this, of course, is going to have a fixed handle. This is the original styling. So this is going to be like the original styling of the Jackery's pieces. Their larger, bright orange Jackery logo. On this device, you're going to have 293 watt hours of power that can be fully charged in about 3.5 hours. 2 AC outlets. These AC outlets are going to do 300 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 500 if you really wanted to, right? Now you're going to have 2 USB-A ports, a 12-volt 10-amp plug over here for cigarette lighter adapter style plugs. And you're going to have a digital display. And then you're going to have a 60-watt bidirectional USB-C plug. Now, bidirectional means I can actually charge this device, or I can charge other devices off of that plug. So it's going to have power that can go both ways. DC input port only. This DC input port is going to be for wall plug charging, USB-C charging, or wall plug charging, solar panel charging, or, of course, cigarette lighter adapter, variations of that styling. Now, with this, you guys should be able to do, I'm going to say, a CPAP machine for about 6 hours. You guys could do maybe 15 to 16 DSLR batteries. You guys could do 4.5 hours with the flat screen TV. You could do, of course, 4.5 or so hours with the mini cooler. If you wanted to, guys, you could take it to the campsite, charge your cell phone about 15 to 16 plus charges. You guys could do quite a bit with this. It's the portability and the capability of this one, and plus, of course, you have the AC outlets. $189 is the price tag for this by itself, which is a great price tag. But you could protect it a little bit and get it as a package deal with the carrying case. So if you guys want to get the 300 and of course the carrying case, it's a $208 price tag, or $208.99 price tag with that. Now I don't have the case to show you guys. If I did, I would definitely show it to you. But water resistant, dust proof, of course, with that capability of throwing this in there. You guys can throw all the cables that you need to run it with in there, and then of course pack it around. Great little idea to have a carrying bag for this one. You don't need it, honestly, but it's going to allow you to, of course, hold all the cables, including packaging, your user manuals, and everything else, and protect it from little splashes and stuff. Because, I mean, honestly, it's got open airs and everything else in between. $208.99 would be the price tag. Normally, it's going to be about $309, I think it is, with that as well. If you want to step it up, you guys can step it up a range. You guys can get it with, of course, the 100-watt solar panels. So you guys can get the Jackery Explorer with that new variation of those 100-watt solar panels. Now, I don't have the 100-watt air solar panels, so I can't show you guys the 100-watt air solar panels, but do know they're nice, portable, mini, capable solar panels. They're going to be bifacial charging. They're just going to be a different variation from this 100-watt solar panel for you guys. Still 4 panels long. $389 is that price tag, but it's not a bad price tag, honestly. Pump and power, something like that. It is, no. Nice try, Sheila. Nice try, Sheila. It is not even. But 300, guys, great option for this. Now, like I said, charging it 3.5 hours on the standard wall plug, but a little over 3.5 hours if you're using the cigarette lighter adapter in your car. If you want to use the DC plug and, of course, that USB-C port together, 2 hours would be your charge time. If you got the package with the 100-watt solar panel, it would be a 4.5 hour charge time if you had 100% sun popping out there. Now, if you guys are like us, you have 100% sun today, tomorrow it's going to be 100% snow. It's New England, all right? Just going to go there. 40 hours with the Nintendo Switch, guys. That's great. 15 to 16 camera batteries, 5 drone batteries, 4.5 hours with flat screen TV. It's just nice, portable, and capable of being taken everywhere without a problem. Next month is... keep it up. I'm going to go on vacation. Oh, boy. All right, let's talk about the 1000 V2, guys. Now, the Jackery Explorer 1000 V2 is over here on this table. Now, you guys will notice that I have a little bit different lighting today. I did set up the camera to be a little bit more brighter today because I lost 2 more lights. Need to start replacing lights really, really fast, honestly. All my lights are just dying out on me. I don't know what's going on. I'm not even kidding. I just lost another light. So with this 1000 V2, 1070 watt hours of power, and a beautiful, beautiful price, and of course an amazing idea with this. Now, 1070 watt hours of power can be fully charged in a 2-hour charge time, 1 hour, of course, if you need to. Now, while I'm talking, I'm going to stand up, step aside for a second because I need to fix something. But let me do that real quick, and get that going. Now, of course, 1070 that's charged in a standard 2-hour charge time is great. If you need to, though, the 1000 V2 is created with, of course, that beautiful, beautiful emergency situation charging. You guys can go inside the app. You guys can, of course, click emergency charging and have it charged in a 1-hour time. And that is, of course, the great part with this. Now, of course, you're going to have multiple connections. You're going to have the flashlight on the front. That flashlight's going to do 3 different settings: standard light mode, bright light mode, or SOS pattern. You have a larger display. It's a little over about 1.5 to 2 inches in depth with that screen. You're going to have that 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug. You're going to have a 30-watt USB-C port, a 100-watt USB-C port, and then an 18-watt USB-A port. With it, you're going to have, of course, beautiful 3 AC outlets that do 1,500 watts pure sine wave power, can peak at 3,000. So you do have a little bit of uppage there. with this device. It only weighs 24 pounds, which is phenomenal to see. 24 pounds. Now, with that 24 pounds, guys, you can take this and move it around. It's not a problem. Even Sheila would be fine carrying this around her house and not have to worry about needing help to carry it because it is nice and lightweight on hand. Has enough power to allow you to run, let's say, a heated blanket for about 12 hours. You guys could do a 45-watt house fan for about 20 hours or so. Same with like a 5-watt lantern, guys. You guys could do a 5-watt lantern for like, multiple hours with no issues, probably all day and then some. So you should be good there. If you want to run it with like a router, guys, your internet router should get about a week's runtime. Mini fridges and microwaves will vary. Microwave maybe an hour or so with that. Your mini fridge about 14 hours plus. Chainsaws, circular saws, electric grills. You guys can do a 200-watt desktop PC for about 6 hours as well. With this, guys, you're getting a great price tag. $429. It's like 46% off for you today. So it is a crazy, crazy good deal. And you know what? Hey, it's tax time, so why not, buy yourself something really nice. No, neither of you guys get a birthday, all right? We're not going this route. If you want to step it up, though, you guys can get the 1000 V2 with, of course, a solar panel. You guys can get the 1000 V2 with a single 200-watt panel for $779. So about 40% off on that package deal. If you had two of those 200-watt panels, you'd have a 2.5-hour charge time because you have one panel. Going to be about a 5-hour charge time with that as well. So really, really amazing little option right there, of course, on hand. Now, what else could you run off of this device? Well, you probably could run your TV off of it, no issues. You guys could run your RC cars, your drone batteries. You guys can, of course, turn all of your lanterns on in your house. If you're going camping, you guys could use that as well. Maybe you guys want to use electric griddle or maybe food mixer. You guys could do it all. The capabilities are endless with this. It is a very, very amazing little product. Now, like I said, $429 by itself. If you want it with the 200-watt panel, $779 would be your price tag. If you want it with two 100-watt panels, and this may seem weird, but two 100-watt panels is actually a great option. You guys can get that for like $839. So it's just a little bit more, but you're going to get two of the 100-watt light or the 100-watt air panels. So really great little option right there. My last of the 50s. Oh, no comment, guys. No comment. Next up is going to be the upper stack of products, and I'm going to apologize because it looks like my camera's going wonky again. I do need more lights. I was actually looking around to purchase lights today, so you guys should be very happy. About a week or so, I might have some lights. With this, we're going to show you guys one of the newer products from Jackery. This is the 1500 Ultra. Now, the 1500 Ultra is their first and foremost device that is water resistant. Now, it is an IP60. I don't want to misspeak. It's an IP65 water resistance. Now, IP65 water resistance is actually really well done. It's going to be great for, I spy Grogu. Where? Oh, you do? Yeah. You will see Grogu's throughout. You'll see the little guy everywhere. All right. They are throughout this house. I didn't even know it was sitting there. It was not there about a week ago. Rachel redecorated, buddy. Rachel redecorated. Now, with this device, guys, you have that water resistance. You're going to have a 1.5-hour charge time, but you're going to have 1,536 watt hours of power in a 39-pound package. Now, with this, it's also got this very cool seismic shockproof resistance. So, level 9 drop. So, if you guys drop this from about 5 feet, that device will be totally fine without an issue. Now, dustproof, waterproof, guys, to a point. You guys could set this out in the snow. It's not going to be a problem. It has a removable bottom that's washable, but it also has a fan in that bottom. So do be cautious with that. If you had like 800 watts of solar panels, it's going to be about a 2.5 hour charge time, but it's got a lot more to it. And you guys are going to see me flip around, come back here, and we're going to, of course, grab this right here. I'm going to flip this piece open so you guys can actually see the USB-C ports. 30 watt port, 100 watt port, 18 watt USB-A. Now, it's got a rubberized plug. You do need to put these rubberized plugs back on to make sure that it is fully waterproof and water resistant. You're going to have 3 AC outlets down here, guys, that are going to do very, very well for you. If you guys need 1800 watts of pure sine wave power through the standard American plugs, you have those as well. Now, again, when you're not using it, put the cork back over so it's protected. You're going to have 2 solar panels plugs and your wall plug, and then you're going to have a cigarette lighter plug as well. They did change out the badge for the Jackery logo to this shiny chrome logo on this one. So you are missing out with the orange logo on this one for a chrome logo. And I get why they did it, because they want this one to stand out from the others. And it does it, and it does it well. Hey, thanks for sharing that stuff, buddy. Thanks for sharing that. It is definitely her job to a point. We're gonna just ignore everything. Guys, small, mighty, powerful, can do quite a bit. I mean, you have 1,536 watt hours of power. That's enough power to run a flat screen TV for at least a couple days, I would see, without an issue. You guys can do, of course, taking it out and charging your drone battery 16 times. That's going to be like your 77 watt drone batteries, not your smaller ones. Your DSLR camera batteries, like your 8.4 watt max batteries, 68 charges with those. So you do have quite a bit with this one. Maybe 48 hours with an electric blanket if you wanted to. If you guys want to do a movie projector, probably 12 to 14 hours with a movie projector. 2 to 3 days with the smaller refrigerators. That's going to be like your mini fridges. Your standard 500 or your standard, 520 watt refrigerators. It's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a lot less runtime with that. Over 30 hours with your 5 watt lamps. All right, guys, if you're using a 27 watt lamp, 26 hours. So with, of course, a 5 watt lamp, you're going to get maybe 60-ish hours. If you need to, Starlink Mini, guys, again, can be ran off of this for at least 40 hours. 16, again, the drone batteries. I love the idea of you can do your drone batteries. 16 drone battery charges with that, guys, without a problem. Walkie-talkies, handheld drills, angle grinders. If you want to do, let's say, the rice cooker, crock pot, you guys can all do that with this. So very, very great option with this. Your price point on the 1500 Ultra is going to be about $13.99. Because it is over that $13.99 price tag, you guys can use that 5% discount code and save yourself a few bucks, guys. So you definitely could do that without a problem. And I love that we have that option for you, for those of you watching this show with us. So I will share that code right now for everybody. If you want to step it up, though, and you guys want to go a package deal, you guys could do that as well. I mean, there's no problems. They have the 1500 Ultra with solar panels. There's, I think, the 1500 Ultra with solar panels, like an $1,800 price tag. You guys can get it with 2 of the 200 watt panels for like $21.90 as well. Just different options for that. If you don't want the 1500 Ultra, I totally understand, because why would you not want to go bigger? I mean, I would totally want to go bigger, so why not? The 3000 package deal might be that option for you. The Jackery Explorer 3000 package deal is going to be the station, 2 of the 200 watt solar panels for a $1,700 price tag. You heard me correctly. $1,700 price tag. That is a 42 to 43% savings. For those of you that are not looking or want to look, it's a $3,000 normal price tag, so you're getting it for $1,700. That's a great deal. It's a phenomenal deal. And then again, of course, use that beautiful discount code that we have for you guys, the 2026 March code. and get another 5% off that purchase. Now, with this, you guys have an amazing power station with, of course, beautiful 3,072 watt hours of power. But it does weigh a little bit, guys. This little station weighs approximately, I think it's like 60 pounds or so. So it does weigh a little bit for those of you to know. With this device, you're going to have two 100 watt USB-C ports, two 18 watt USB-A ports. You're going to have that 12 volt 10 amp DC plug. You're going to have a 3-inch display on this one. And you're going to have 5 AC outlets. Now, yes, I know it's a little bit harder to see those AC outlets. I do apologize for that. We lost 2 more lights before stream, so just I'm having one of them days. Those AC outlets are going to do, of course, 3,600 watts of pure sine wave power, 7,200 watts max on hand. Now, I love that idea. So if you guys want to step it up and you want to do a little bit more with it, you guys can do that. You're going to have 4 of those standard 3-prong American plugs. Then you're going to have your TTR30 NEMA style plug. The TTR30 NEMA style plug, guys, is going to do well for those of you that want to connect it up to your motorhome, your RVs, your toy haulers, through the, of course, your electric breaker boxes that you guys, all right, some of you may know, some may not. You pull up to an RV park, you're going to have that, of course, electric breaker outside. You're going to use the TTR30 double-sided cord to plug it into that and then plug into your device. Now, by doing that, you guys can actually plug it into your RV and then plug it into this, and it will shoot the power out of this into your RV, and then it'll run your circuits with that on hand. So that's the cool variation with this. Charge times will vary. 2.25 hours on a wall plug to fully charge this device. If you wanted to and you had, let's say, 400 watts of solar panels, that's going to be 11-hour charge time. Now, you guys can actually add more solar panels to this, so don't worry about that. More solar panels, you guys can actually drop the time down. If you use solar panels and a wall plug together, it's going to be about 2,500 watts of charging capability for a 1.5 to almost 2-hour charge time. So it does drop the charge time down on this device. You should be able to run a refrigerator at least 1 to 2 days. Your 5-watt light bulb, 9 to 10 days. 45-watt house fan, at least 60 hours. Wi-Fi router, guys, multiple days, no issues. You're cool. It's not going to have to worry. You guys can sit there and, of course, work and do all the work you need. Capabilities are endless with this device. It is a phenomenal, phenomenal product. You guys could run your electric oven, your microwave, your stoves. You guys could run your vacuum cleaners off of it. If you want to run your flat screen TVs, go ahead and do so. Connecting it up to your printer, your UPS device, your, of course, your laptops, your tablets. No issues there whatsoever. Hand drills, weed eaters, lawnmowers. You guys can do, of course, all of it. 300 charges with your 5-watt GoPro cameras, or, of course, 30 plus drone battery charges, or about 60 hours with your 40-watt microwave oven. That capabilities are just there for you guys, and it will do well. $1,700 price tag for that, of course, that package. You can't go wrong with that. Because we're going to step it up just a little bit, we're going to talk about, of course, the devices down here on the table. We're going to move over, of course, to the 2000 V2. Now, the Jackery Explorer 2000 V2 is the little brother to the 3000, but it's the big brother to the 1000 V2. 2042 watt hours of power, and still has full app control like some of the other devices, so you don't have to worry about it. We're going to grab the app. It is, of course, iOS and Android accessible. With grabbing that app, we can actually turn on the flashlight. We can turn up the flashlight. We can, of course, hit SOS pattern if we wanted to as well. So you guys can have trigger a warning. You guys can turn on the display through your phone. Shut the display off through your phone. When you have the display on, you'll be able to see, of course, the 47% battery that is left charged. If I wanted to, I can shut off the USB-C ports just by a flip of a switch, or I can turn it back on by a flip of a switch as well. 2-hour standard charge time for this 40-pound package. Oh, Trevor, them lights are amazing, buddy. Them lights are amazing. They're really phenomenal. Now, with, of course, your standard 2-hour charge time, guys, with the app, you guys can hit emergency situation charging, have a 1-hour charge time, and it's going to work well for you. Now, it is made with cell-to-body technology, so, of course, the size of this device is shrunk. The batteries that are in it still stays the same because you're going to have that amazing capacity, and they have the LiFePO 4 cells. Charge time, like I said, standard 2-hour charge time. 5 hours if you had 1,000 watts of solar panels. If you wanted to, guys, connect up the solar panel and, of course, the wall charging together. 50-minute charge time is where you're going to be at with, of course, the 2000 V2. Should allow you to charge your mobile phone at least 80 times minimum with the smaller phones. 64 hours with the 5-watt light bulb, maybe 26 hours with the refrigerator. You guys could do 2.5 hours with the shop vac. You could do, like, let's say 25 hours with the, the mini fridges, air pumps, air compressors. You guys could do, of course, electric griddles, maybe microwaves, heated blankets, everything under the sun. With that, of course, you got a great option right here, and I believe it's $899 for, of course, the 2000 V2 by itself. If you wanted the 2000 V2 with, of course, dual solar panels, you have that option as well. Price point for that with the two 200-watt solar panels is $1,300. It's a 19% savings before you use that 5% discount code. You guys could also get the 3000 that we just showed you guys by itself for $1,300. So if you wanted to just step it up and get a bigger power station, you have that option as well. So any questions on any of those products, guys, please ask. We're here to always answer. I'm glad you got those, Trevor. I really am. Now, guys, we have a bunch of this. Oh, Phil. What do you mean the screen froze? You guys should see the screen freeze that Phil had for me. That's pretty funny. Oh, Phil's just messing with me now. Let's do this. We're going to step it up. We're going to talk about the bigger power stations, all right, guys? We're going to talk about the 3600 plus. We're going to talk about the 5000 plus. Then we're going to talk about, of course, the 2000 plus package, the 4000 kit. The 3600 plus is a 77-pound power station that will do well for you guys. Now, yes, it is quitely sized device. It's going to have a great amount of power, so over 3,500 watt hours of power, 3,584 watt hours of power technically for this device. Now, when I, of course, move the camera angle, you guys can see we have these two amazing stations. The smaller one is the 3600 plus, it's 77 pounds. The bigger one is the 5000 plus, it's a little over 130 pounds with that one. It's going to have handles, so if you guys see my hand over here with the watch, I can grab the handle, move it as I want to, and not have to worry. Large 3-inch display. Multiple connection ports. Now, with it, of course, we're going to bring it forward. We're going to show you guys that it can actually roll without a problem. So I can bring it front and center with this. Now, by doing that, of course, I'm going to move the camera angle down so you guys can actually see the front of this a little bit better. We're going to zoom you on in, of course, and bring you guys in closer. You're going to see the two USB-C ports, 100-watt ports, two USB-A ports, 18-watt ports. You're going to have 5 of those AC outlets. Yes, you have 4 of the standard 3 prongs, and then you have that TTR30 NEMA plug. Now, with these devices, 3,600 watts of power through those plugs. 7,200 max if you need to peak with the beautiful 3600 plus. Now, the 3600 plus is a crazy, crazy cool station. It is capable of just more than that. Your charge time will vary, though, with this on hand. 2.5 hours on a wall plug charging capability. If you had 1,000 watts of solar panel charging, the 3600 plus will charge at, of course, 4 hours of charging. Wall plug charging, solar panel charging together, you guys are going to have about 2 hours of charge time without an issue. Still made with therm dural technology. Cell to body, of course, as well. Capabilities of moving it around, and of course, You guys can drop the handle down like I just did or pop it back up. You guys may have not have seen that because, well, let's go there. The camera was way out there. So you guys can see the handle hides there. It comes up and it'll allow you to lock in place with this. Now, 3600 plus is an amazing little piece. If we flip it to the side, you're going to notice air vents and, of course, the wheel. By rolling it to the opposite side, you're going to notice that there are more ports of connectability. Now, yes, we're going to talk about these ports as well as that beautiful large wheel at the bottom. The very bottom port that you guys are seeing there is going to be your wall plug capability, your AC outlet. When you plug into that, that's what's going to give you guys that 2.5 hour charge time on the wall plug. Above that is your solar panel capable plugs, your DC 3020s. Those plugs are going to allow you to do, of course, 1,000 watts of solar panel charging and have, of course, a nice quick charge time of 4 hours. If you want to, you guys could use the battery expansion port and expand this all the way to 21 kilowatts of power with 5 batteries. That, of course, is going to be your AC expansion port. Your AC expansion port will be used for your manual transfer stations or linking to a second station 3600 plus. When you link those together, guys, you guys can have 10 batteries total and 42 kilowatts of power. It's a crazy amount of power. I love the capability of this device, and the price tag by itself with the $1,600 price tag, it's a good deal. If you want to get it with 2 of the 200 watt solar panels, the price tag with that's going to be about $2,140. So you do have another good price tag. Or you guys can get it as a full package deal where you guys can get the 3600 plus, a battery, and the 2 solar panels for $3,500. Now remember, all 3 of those packages do qualify you guys to use that 5% discount code, and you guys can get an extra 5% off. Now, $34.99 would be the price tag for this device, the extra battery, and the 2 solar panels. So, great price, great piece, and great options. Phil says he's back from putting the kids away. Phil, why would you put the kids away? Why'd you put them in the cupboard, buddy? I love this. This is a great station. I mean, I can move it around, no problem. Of course, I'm just gonna, act like I have problems, but we can roll it up and out of the way and just be done with it. Now we have a bigger power station back here, the 5000. The Jackery Explorer 5000 is a very, very large power station that weighs in approximately 130 pounds. This 130-pound power station does weigh quite a bit, but it is still very, very movable and does not take a lot of muscle. Now, for those of you at home watching this show, and you're probably like, that's a big station at 130 pounds. It is. It's going to take a little bit for some people to lift it up, deadlift it, put it on a shelf, or if you guys are putting it on a shelf, or if you have a mounting place or you're putting it in an RV. If you are not doing that and you just want to roll it around your house, it's not going to take anything but 2 fingers, tip it over, and you guys can roll it around. Honestly, 2 fingers is all that took, and I'm rolling it around without a problem. I love that capability, and it has the handles to put away, so if you guys don't need it. It has 2 more handles, so if you guys need to lift up 132 pounds, go ahead and lift it up. It's not going to, of course, be an issue. I do say team lift it, don't deadlift it if you have to, but hey, if you want to deadlift it, deadlift it. Toes, yes. I have no socks on. We're not going to go there, Sheila. All right. Would you think I was going to smash my toes? Oh, gosh. It would. It really would, buddy. With this device, again, you still have that large display, cigarette lighter adapter. You have the 2 100-watt USB-C ports, the 2 18-watt USB-A ports, and the first of your 4 AC outlets. You have 4 of the front AC outlet plugs. These are going to do 7,200 watts of sine wave. 7,200 watts of sine wave is a crazy amount of power with that. So you have great amount of power with this. Now, 5,000 watt hours of power is a crazy, crazy amount of power from a station. Now, 5,000 watt hours of power in a station of this size is a really nice package. The charge times will vary because you have multiple ways of charging this device. We're going to go full bore into this, and I'm going to back it up the camera slightly, because there's more than just those plugs that we were showing you guys. On the side of the actual station, and I'm going to bring this a little closer, you guys are going to see right here. This is your expansion port. This is your AC expansion port. Now I'm going to bring you guys in here. This plug is meant to connect up to another 5,000. It's meant to connect up to your smart transfer station, which they created in the smart transfer station. The smart transfer station will need to be wired by an electrician to, of course, your electric circuit breaker box at home. It's going to allow you to connect this straight up through a plug, and it's going to allow you to run 12 individual circuits throughout your house. It can also connect up to a TTR30 if you need to, so you guys can run your motorhome and RV. You're going to have a 14-50 and a 14-30 NEMA style plug. The 14-30 is the smaller one. The 14-50 is the larger one. With these two plugs, you guys can do 120 and 240 volt charging capable. They're dual charging capable. So for those of you that want to do, let's say, your house dryer, your central AC, and other devices, you guys can do that. When connected up through the smart transfer station in your house, you guys can charge this device at 4,000 watts of charging for under 2 hours of charge time. It can be fully charged in under 2 hours. This is where you're going to see your first, of course, the handle right here, which is what I just deadlifted it with, and the large air vent cooling. Now we're going to move back the camera because we're not done with this. If we come and roll it around to the other side, you're going to notice we have more plugs of connectability. You're also going to notice that my voice is going to start squeaking like a little kid. At the bottom is your DC expansion port. So the very bottom plug is your DC expansion port. That port is meant for connecting up to 5 batteries. When you pair up to 5 batteries, you're going to have 30 kilowatts of power. 30 kilowatts of power is a crazy, crazy amount of power. If you add as a second station and 10 batteries, you have 60 kilowatts of power. You're going to have 1,800 watts of wall plug charging through your standard wall plug right here. That's going to allow you to charge at 3.5 hours of charge time. So 3.5 hours, you're charged, you're up and running, you're good to go with this. If you want to, though, we can pop off this panel. We can talk about low power solar array, your 80/20 DC plugs. The low power solar array is going to allow you to charge at, of course, 1,200 watts of charging. That is a 5 hour to 5.5 hour charge time. Now, at 5 hours to 5.5 hour charge time, it's not a bad charge time whatsoever. If you want to step it up, though, flip this switch, connect it up to your large solar arrays. This is going to be like your large high power solar arrays, your 4,000 plus watt hour solar arrays, your 5,000, 6,000 watt solar arrays. By connecting up to the high power solar array, you guys can actually charge at 4,000 watts max, and that's going to give you guys under 2 hours of charge time. Now remember, most of you that have the larger panels, your solar arrays are meant to be bigger because you're not going to get that full charge all the time. That's where this comes in. If you guys are getting over that, it's only going to allow for 4,000 watts to come into it. That's all it is to that. If you don't need that, of course, flip it over and you don't have to worry about it. You can. Moving it around is very, very easy and very capable, but you still have full app control, and that's the cool part about this. Now, with the app control, guys, you can see generation and consumption of solar. You guys can see generation and consumption of your electric grid. You guys can do, of course, solar, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm going to say tracking solar input speeds, or, of course, monitoring real-time generation of performance. It's also going to allow you to do optimizing scheduling for energy savings. Now, the optimizing for energy savings means setting it up to, of course, charge off of solar and run off of this during peak hours. And a lot of you may not understand that. Your electric company charges you more during peak hours than it does on other parts of the day. So if you know peak hours of your electric company, you guys can run off of this and then run off, of course, solar and not have to pay that higher prices during those times. And then when it's non-peak hours, you guys can run off of your electric grid without an issue. I love that idea with this. Now, capabilities are still there. There's a lot of different capabilities. Still has cell-to-body technology, Therm Duro. It's going to have, of course, multiple forms of protection. Charge Shield 2.0 built in. But what varies with this one is it's got, of course, a 0 milliseconds of UPS, so uninterruptible power supply. If you lose your power grid, this thing's going to allow everything to keep running without any stoppage of that. And that's the great piece with that. Now, you guys can actually do quite a bit with this. Let's say you want to run your house dryer off of this device by itself. 3 days, no problems. Your 3 hours, no problem. Your flat screen TV should be able to run for about 2 days, no issues. Your central AC should give you about 2.5 hours. Your 1150 watt to, of course, 1500 watt window AC is going to be about 3.5 hours to 4.5 hours, depending on the variation you're using. This device by itself should be able to run your home for at least a day without an issue, guys. This is going to be no problem. Add 5 batteries, you're going to have over 7 days of runtime with your standard appliances without no problem. Add, of course, the second system, 10 batteries, you guys should have 15 days of runtime. Now, those calculations are, of course, done during blackouts. So that's not for people that are normally just going to keep running this every day for everything. So your run times will vary depending on your usage or how you're using it. So great little product, phenomenal little piece, and of course that beautiful price tag, about $34.99. Normally it's a $4,300 price tag, so you're saving 20% with that. If you want to, though, you guys can get it with, of course, the solar panel option. That's going to be the 5,000 plus and, of course, the 500X solar panel for $42.29. So you can get it for, of course, a great deal. Now we're going to move back over to the table. We're going to talk about, of course, that piece right at the top. Now this, of course, is the original 500. The Jackery Explorer 500 is 518 watt hours of power in a beautiful little 13-pound package. Now, that should be enough to run a CPAP machine for 9 hours with no issues. 30 hours with the laptop, 9 hours with the mini cooler, 7 hours with, of course, a flat screen TV. It also will allow you to have it fully charged in about 5.5 hours on a wall plug, or 5.5 hours in your car, or 7.5 hours with the 100-watt solar panel. Perfect, amazing little piece of technology. $298.99 is the price tag. That's a 40% savings for the 500. If you want to get the 500 with, of course, the 100-watt solar panel, $459 will be the price tag for that. Now, Jackery did create a brand new 500 station as well. Guys, if you were looking for the new Jackery Explorer 500 V2, it is out there. It is, of course, 512 watt hours of power in a 12-pound package, and that's what it looks like. It's got, of course, energy saving switch. It's got an 18-watt USB-A port, 100-watt USB-C port, a 30-watt USB-C port, and 2 AC outlets, plus flashlight, and, of course, 12-volt display for, of course, usage. That piece is, of course, their newer station. It's about $358, I think, for the 500 V2. So if you guys are looking, definitely check it out. Now, the 4000 kit might be your option, again, for a bigger power station and have fun with it, right? 1 sec, everybody. Now, the Jackery Explorer 4000 kit. This is going to be, of course, made from the 2000 plus, but it's going to come with, of course, the extended battery. Now, you guys can get the 2000 plus with solar panels as an idea for, I think it's like $1,839. So $1,839 is going to give you guys the 2000 plus and 2 of the solar panels. What I'm going to show you guys is the 4000 kit. It's the Jackery Explorer 2000 Plus, the battery that's sitting on it, and the 2 solar panels for $26.19. Now, remember, you guys can use that 5% discount code. Now, this device is going to give you guys 4,085 watt hours of power with that battery. It's going to have about a 2-hour charge time on a wall plug, 2-hour charge time with 2 of the 600 watt solar panels. Cool part is the battery can also have 6 of those solar panels if you want to. You're going to have 4 AC outlets on the front. Those 4 AC outlets are going to do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power. One's a TTR30, like some of the other stations. It's going to have 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, and a 12-volt 10-amp plug. That is going to be enough power, guys, to run a 200-watt desktop PC for 24 hours. 100-watt movie projector, you guys get it. It's going to be about, over a day with run the time. You guys can run CPAP machines. You guys can run flashlights. You guys can run your phones. You guys can run your house refrigerator. You guys can run, of course, your ovens and much, much more with that. That is a phenomenal little package deal. Honestly, this thing is a beast in its own right, and it has, of course, the 20 milliseconds of UPS switchover. The 2000 Plus by itself should give you about 150 hours of runtime with your CPAP machine. The 2000 Plus with the battery in this kit should give you guys 300 hours of runtime with that CPAP machine. That's without the heated mask on. Just go in there. About 28 to 30 hours with that movie projector. Maybe, 4 hours with the tea kettle. Leaf blowers, angle grinders, guys, could all be ran off of this. For those of you working out of your metal shop in your house, in your garages, that laser or welder, you guys can actually run a laser off this. You guys can run a MIG welder off of this. A MIG welder will give you guys a little over a half hour on the machine itself. With the battery, it's going to be about an hour and 20 minutes of runtime. So you have a good runtime with this. 120 cell phone charges with the package deal, 9.5 hours with a blender, drone batteries, and much, much more, guys. That 2000 and the 4000 kit are amazing. So definitely check them out if you need a device of that style. Now, I believe we have the 40 watt air. I say this every time we show it to you guys. The Mini 40 is the original panel that they made that's like this, guys. So the Mini 40, small, lightweight. We're showing you guys the 40 watt air. The 40 watt air is a bifacial charging solar panel. So it's actually going to do reflective charging, as in where this one's just single-sided that I have in my hand. So it's just slightly different. With the bifacial charging, guys, it's going to be about a 23% conversion rate in charging for those of you that need to charge it. Now, this is a 2.5 pound solar panel. It is super lightweight, very easily, and can be taken everywhere. 12 inches, 10 inches wide, 12 inches tall, half-inch thick, guys. Trifold design. You guys can put this in a backpack and not worry about it. If you want to, though, guys, use, of course, the little clip holes. Use D-rings. Strap it off your backpack and walk around and charge with this. $119 is the price tag for this. This is going to be perfect for the 100 plus, the 240s, the 300s, and so on with that. So if you guys need an option like that, definitely check that one out. You won't go wrong with that. Now, if you want to step it up, though, you guys can get the 100 watt bifacial panel, and you guys can charge the devices a little bit quicker. It's going to have kickstand. It's going to allow you to set it at a 25-degree angle to get that reflective charging, because it is, of course, bifacial charging. The handles are, of course, riveted on through, of course, these beautiful rivets, and it has snap rings to hold it closed. Again, has, of course, the pressed ring, so you guys can tie it down so it doesn't fly away in the wind. Backside's going to give you guys the reflective charging. The inner side's going to give you guys the main charging piece to this. Still fully waterproof, water resistant with the IP68 rating. When you unfold this, you guys are going to notice how long this panel truly is. It's over 60 inches long. With this, it's going to grab all of that light, give you guys that 100 watts of charging, and it's going to do it very well. Leave it outside in the rain, leave it outside in the snow. It's not going to hurt this device. You guys get it dirty, washed off the hose, and it's still running perfectly fine. $199 is the price tag with this. Of course, beautiful little 100-watt panel. So if you guys need, definitely check it out. This will work on every station that they offer, so do not worry about it. This one will work on every station that they offer. If you want to step it up and you want to go a little bit bigger, then you guys can get the 200. Now, I actually have that over here in video. The Jackery Explorer 200 bifacial charging solar panel. Still fully IP68 rated. It's going to be about 90 inches long. It's going to have, of course, the 10-foot cable, just like the other panels that you guys get. This one's going to come with, of course, an 8020 plug and a 7909 adapter. It's going to have the USB-C plug built into the cabling. That plug's going to allow you to charge your cell phones or, of course, flashlights right off of the plug, well, just off of the solar panel. Now, with that cable connected up to your system, and, of course, start charging away. Now, the 200-watt panel will only work on the 1000 V2 up. So you're like the 1000 V2, the 2000 V2, the 1500 Ultra, the 1500s. It's going to work on, of course, the 2000s, the 3000s, 3600 plus, the 5000 plus. It is 96 inches long, guys. It is very, very long. It is approximately 17-ish pounds. So it's a little bit lighter than the 21-pound plus original. Now with this, it's got a sunlight angle indicator, so you guys will angle it at the sun in the proper direction, and then you get all of that charging. This panel is approximately $379 today, guys. It is a great deal if you guys are looking for a panel of this styling. It is so long that I could not get it on camera angle for you guys, unfortunately. It is just a really, really big panel. It's a beautiful panel that's going to do really well, but it is just that. It's a larger panel, guys. So, phenomenal product, great little price tag. If you're looking for a panel like that, the 200 might be your option. Now, we have two more panels to show you guys. We have the 100 Prime, and then we have the 100 Lite. The 100 Lite is going to be the last one that I show you, so let's grab the 100 Prime. The 100 Prime is a fully tempered glass solar panel. Now, this tempered glass solar panel is just that. It's meant to be a permanent fixture on your motorhomes, your RVs, your houses, right? Metal housing all the way around, bifacial charging, still fully waterproof, water resistant for all of those harsh environments. Now, with it, you guys have, of course, the black monocrystalline solar side front. That's going to allow you to, of course, charge with this. It's a perk style panel. And then the back's going to give you guys the reflective charging. It's also going to have 12 individual pre-drilled holes. It's going to come with 4 Z brackets. It's going to come with all the self-tapping screws, all the nuts and bolts, and a permanently attached 10-foot cable. Now, this permanently attached 10-foot cable has an Anderson clipped end, but it also comes with the Anderson clipped adapter, the 8020 or 7909. Now, with this, that means you guys can connect it up onto pretty much every station they offer out there without a problem. Now, it is, of course, a little bit heavy, but it's fully glass, so do be careful with it. You do not want to break this device at all. Because they said, hey, we get it, the 100 Prime's an amazing panel, but let's make something way, way lighter. Let's make the lightest panel we can offer. Now, they did that, and they did this in style. This is called the 100 Lite. Now, the 100 Lite solar panel does have, of course, a 10-foot cable permanently attached. It's a flat cable, so it is very flat, easily accessible, and easy to hide and wire down. Again, has the Anderson clipped end and, of course, the adapter, but it is super, super thin. I mean, guys, this is probably as thin as cardboard. Now, because it's so thin, and it's so light, you guys can pretty much carry it and move it everywhere, but they did something really cool with this. It is designed to bend at 220 degrees. So I can bend this at 220 degrees and flex it into, of course, shapes or, at least like curvatures on my house if I wanted to, or my balconies. Now, dual-sided charging, so you still have that multi-side charging with bifacial charging. The bottom side will only work if you have it at like a 25-degree angle. If you can't afford to do the 25-degree angle, it's all good because you guys can actually charge off of that top piece with most of that charging. This thing is going to be perfect for those of you that want to layer the whole roof of your house, your sheds, your barns, or your motorhomes or RVs. You guys can lay these out there and, of course, like 3M adhesive them down or find a mounting direction with this. This is just a very lightweight option. $279 is the price tag for this. And you guys can see, I can sit here, flop it around without a problem, carry it around. It is that thin. This is probably my favorite panel that they've created, but I do know that they have come out with a newer panel that's going to be hitting the market that looks like a roof tile, which that's going to be crazy cool too. So great little options for you. Now remember, guys, we had the 240D on sale tonight with that discount code. So if you guys want to get that 240D at $129, use that discount code that we have for you guys and save yourself a few bucks. So that's just going to be my thing for you guys. If you guys buy over $1,000 worth of stuff, you can also get 5% off tonight of Jackery products. So why not have and go at it? With that, that is the end of our show, but I will be back next Monday night with another Jackery stream. So if you guys haven't, hit that follow button, hit that live notification button. It costs you nothing to hit those buttons. It will actually allow you guys to know when we come live. It will also allow you guys know when we're doing these sales and these deals. With that, I want to thank everybody for being here. And Phil, I appreciate your help, buddy. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you guys on the next show. Later, everybody.